It's interesting how I ended up in the Middle East this summer. Stuart Maines was supposed to go and speak at the conference and set up the coming mission trip for our college students, but was unable to go, and the committee thought it would be best if I went in his place, since I'd been there in the past and had experience running the campus ministry. It was encouraging to travel with Brandon Bell, our film creator and editor. We landed together in Dubai after a 15-hour flight, and it was very encouraging knowing we had a church there and seeing the Burj Khalifa. What an exhilarating experience to see it, to even know we have a great church in that city. The next morning, we headed out for Cairo, Egypt. There's a mosque over there. Yeah. Where are you from?
I'm from India.
India.
You been India?
No. I would like to go.
Thank you, sir.
7 a.m. here in Dubai, leaving for Cairo, Egypt. It's going to be a good time. Thank you very much.
Have a nice trip.
We arrived in Egypt and were met at the airport by Ramis, a brother who had led the church there for years. He was so warm. It was exciting to talk to him, to see a brother in this country that had been going through so much turmoil, but how excited he was about his faith. As we pulled up to the hotel, the seriousness of the mission dawned on me. There was a dog that would sniff all incoming cars for explosives, and there were security checkpoints, metal detectors at every hotel entrance. Even though we could feel the tension in the air, our brother Wagdi really brought a spirit of warmth and encouragement. Is that hard to be a Christian, a real Christian, a disciple in a Muslim country?
Actually, yes. Because all the Christians also like Muslims, you know that?
Right, the Coptic Christians.
Yes, you like a light in a different you. You can see, all people can see you. You see something different in you. If you're a real disciple.
Driving with Wagdi and hearing his vulnerability about the health of the church and the challenges in leadership really made me feel for him.
This is what I feel.
Right, and that's not okay.
This is what I feel.
Right.
And this is the problem.
We went through the same thing in LA.
Uh-huh.
For years, discipling was everyone had someone over them.
Mm-hmm.
But when we're adults and we've been disciples for 15, 20 years,
Mm-hmm.
we don't really have somebody over us,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Because God
Because God's over us.
business.
And we all need an older brother to be a big brother.
Mm-hmm.
But like Mike, I disciple Mike, on
Mike
many,
disciple you?
and he disciples me. We help each other a lot.
Mhm.
In the church, what we learned in Los Angeles is everyone needs discipling and needs humility towards each other,
Mm-hmm.
but we cannot lord it over each other. You know, we're not in charge of each other. Apart from Wagdi's love and warmth and hospitality, a highlight was the opportunity to go in his home and meet his wife. We invited ourselves over for lunch. We really wanted to see where he lived.
This is my home. So how it goes here. This is my life.
Hello. Hi. It was so exciting meeting Wagdi's children, Tulin and David. They were filled with so much joy and curiosity. Made me think about how each soul that we impact, these families that we impact, it can make a difference in future generations. What an experience to see how our brothers live in Egypt, their sacrifice, their love, the warmth even of their family. I loved being with them all. You know, it's a treasure. They're our brothers, and they're in this great fight to raise their family in the faith. The next day, when we prepared to leave for the conference, we were supposed to get in a bus, all of us together, Brandon and myself and Mike, but a couple of the brothers mentioned that it'd be better for us to ride in private cars for security concerns. So we all paired up with a different disciple, got in the car, and headed off to the conference in private cars. When we arrived at the conference, it was exhilarating. It was great to see Ken Chow arrive at the conference, give him a big hug, and just see how excited he was to meet the disciples from the Middle East and see all the zeal that was going on. We knew it was going to be an incredible time, and it turned out being better than we thought. It was just an energy and an excitement, and it was great to see Jonathan from Beirut, and connect with him, share some stories, and just be excited that as a family we're here to build each other's faith and to really trust that God is able, which was the theme of the conference. God is able to do great things, even amidst all the tension and turmoil in this country. The next day we left for Amman, Jordan, where we're going to set up the campus plan for 2018, and it was a treat to travel through the airport with Mike. He is a unique and special man, all the work he does and how comfortable he is and serious he is about what he's doing in the Middle East. You know, when we arrived at the customs department, we saw Libby arrive simultaneously. She saw us right in the line, and Mike was coming over with our visas that he just purchased, and you know, those big smiles and big hugs. It was a breath of fresh air to just have a piece of home meeting us in Amman, Jordan. You know, the churches in the Middle East, Jordan, Beirut, Egypt, all the other churches, so many, they need us. They need our emotional support, our spiritual support, and absolutely our financial support. What we do makes a difference, and it moves hearts. It connects people with the cross, and that's our dream. That's all of our passion.